Hi, Dr. Janet Hall here, clinical psychologist and sex therapist and the author of this book, Sex Life Solutions, and 19 CDs in the Sensational Sex series. So in this series of clips I'm talking about premature ejaculation, and now I'd like to tell you about the things that don't work. You know, men are very simple thinkers sometimes. They look for the magic wand and they try all sorts of things to stop from coming too quickly. For instance, some of them try to save it up. They think that if they haven't had an ejaculation for a long time, that when they get with the girl, they'll be able to last. Well, it's actually the opposite. The more you masturbate, the more that you ejaculate, the more chance you'll learn how to hold it back. So don't save it up. There's all sorts of snake charm remedies out there, and please watch out for that. You know, this miracle drug that you can sniff, or a nasal spray, is really an anti-depressant. And what it's going to do is perhaps slow down the ejaculation a little bit, but it'll also slow you down majorly. It's a little bit like killing a fly with a cannon. So much better off to learn to control the brain, which after all is your most important sex organ. Now, some chaps have also tried to get the Viagra or an injection into their penis so that they'll have an erection which lasts. They may ejaculate, but then they'll still have an erection, so they'll be able to continue to have sex. Now, on the one hand, I guess that guarantees that your partner's not going to get really angry with you when you come too quickly. But once again, your brain isn't learning how to control the paranoia, the anxiety, the performance frustration, which is probably exacerbating and making it all worse. I guess there's one way to help out with not having an ejaculation, and that was in that really funny movie, There's Something About Mary, when he ejaculated just before Mary was coming for his date, and you might remember that sort of messy scene. Well, apparently that is quite a good trick, so if you're desperate you might like to do that. Now, what do the Marys think? I used to say to guys, don't worry if your lady is disappointed in you, because she'll be patient and she'll encourage you. Well, you know what? With these Cosmos and Cleos and just the feistiness of younger women, more and more I'm finding out that if a guy doesn't perform well, the girl's just as likely to dump him. And I was working with one chap whose wife basically said, nah, it's a deal breaker. I've been asking him for 5 years to go to see a psychologist or a sex therapist, and he wouldn't do it. She said, nah, I wouldn't care what happened now. It's over. So please, guys, see a sex therapist. Read a book. Get the information. Do the right thing, because knowledge is power. There's no magic wand.